We on air. Assalamu alaikum. What's good? What's good, y'all? What's good, baby? It's your boy Manerdho, and we're back with another short video. Today, I'm gonna show you guys how I make my protein smoothie, or like somewhat of a protein smoothie that I have not every day, but I try to almost every day. So as you can see, this video I guess is for those uh, who are trying to bulk up, and they are initially skinny, or I don't want to say scrawny, but I've been trying this uh, this diet of a smoothie. Not actually a diet, but it's like the I've been trying this smoothie out with the ingredients that I'll be using. You guys can give it a try. Maybe it will help. Of course, there's still a long way to go until you can actually slowly start to bulk up a bit. Um, there are other factors that also come into play, like your exercise, don't slack, your sleep routine, drinking enough water, your environment, and all of those things also play a factor in you trying to work out or build an aesthetic body. So without further ado, let's jump in straight into the ingredients. So first thing that you'll be needing is, of course, a very good blender. I mean, it has to be sturdy, it has to be able to take in all of those proteins, you know what I'm saying? I mean, you'll be the one that's taking, all of the proteins, but this is where all the magic will happen. You'll be blending all of that goodness in your old good trusty sturdy blender. You can use the glass one or plastic one, it really depends. I used to use a plastic one, but now since I don't want to mix like my other cookings, family's cookings with just the smoothie, it's best to find one just specially for your smoothie. So next off we have okay, these are completely optional, but you can use these as well, just to maybe add some flavor, some of that phytonutrients inside. So we have some strawberries on this end, and we have some blueberries on this end. And what berries do is basically, they add more nutrients, more vitamins. I think I'm not too sure, and I don't want to get it mixed up, so don't take my word for it. But besides adding vitamins, these are really good, and they can add more flavor to your smoothie. You can try other fruits as well, but I've always enjoyed using just blueberries and strawberries. I guess you can add mangoes or any other tropical fruits if you like, but I can't guarantee any of those because I've never tried it out myself personally. Moving on to the next ingredient. Okay, so these are natural sweeteners. If you guys still don't know what the heck this is, I mean, I guess they look like some prunes or rocks. These are dates, and specifically they're called ajwa dates, the dates of the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Peace and blessings be upon him. Oh yeah, before I forget, peace and blessings to all of you. Beautiful Friday morning today. Sorry about that. So I was saying, these are like natural sweeteners that you're gonna put inside of your smoothie. Your smoothie will most probably be sweet already, but you can also add more, sweetness to it by using dates. I don't usually like to use anything else to sweeten my smoothies except for dates. I guess you can use honey as well, or a better yeah, honey would work as well if you like to, but I just don't like how it just makes the smoothie much thicker. I guess you can also use maple syrup, but I've never tried that out myself. But moving on, we have next. Alright, these are essential, but you can get them in powdered form. What these are basically organic flax seeds. So flax seeds, they are very high in omega-3. If you find the organic ones, they don't have any additives. They're also high in vitamin K, if I'm not mistaken. Don't add me if I got it wrong, sorry. Maybe you guys who are much more into fitness and you guys have a better medical or nutritional background or experience, you guys know more. But basically, what these do is that they add more protein. So these this is basically a plant-based protein that you want to add in your smoothie as well. Um, I used to have the powdered version, which they call the flax meal powder instead of the flax seeds. I think that works better because it's already powdered and ground. So when you blend, you won't actually feel like all of these husks in your throat. But I don't have that anymore, so I'm just going to use this. Moving on to the next. Alright, so now got ourselves some trusty peanut butter. I'm using Skippy. Now you can also use peanut powder. I don't have that here. I don't know if I can. I mean, most probably there is in the shops, but I've never actually discovered any yet. So I'm using peanut butter, and this is the creamy version. You know, you want to make sure that your smoothie is as creamy and as smooth as you possibly can get. I would recommend you to use peanut powder if you can find it nearby. But if you don't, peanut butter works well as well. Very rich in omegas 3 as well, healthy oils and all of that good protein, that nut protein. Pause. Moving on. Alright, so next we have the base of our protein smoothie, the most important part for you to actually get all of those good that good protein in your body. There's two types that you can actually use. What I'm using right now is a plant-based protein powder. Your alternative would be whey protein. I guess that works better if you're really trying to like build muscle, because whey protein has slightly higher value of protein per gram, but it's not actually vegan or vegetarian friendly. So if you guys who are vegan or vegetarian who are watching this, then alhamdulillah, you're in luck. Opt for a protein plant-based protein alternative. What I'm using, if you guys are interested, is the Nutrilite soy protein powder mixed, and this is the mixed berries flavor. I think it comes in 4 variations, 4 different flavors. They have chocolate, normal soy flavor. It kind of tastes like your tau fufa if you guys have tried that out. Then you have this mixed berries one, and the final one is the green tea flavor. Personally, this is the best one that I've tried so far. I haven't tried the green tea one, so maybe I'll give that a try. But yeah, it has essential amino acids per serving, which is about 23.5 grams. I usually take about 1.5 scoops, but they recommend you to use about 2 scoops. It really depends on how much you want to take in your body. Moving on, next we also have this little guy here. This is just to add more protein to the smoothie. If you guys can't see, this is basically chia seeds. Chia seeds is also very high in protein, and they're also high in calcium, packing about 4,250 milligrams of calcium as well. You don't actually taste them in your smoothie, so that's good, and they blend pretty well as well. But if you guys don't want to add this, it's fine. It's just to add more mass to that protein goodness. Finally, we'll be moving on to the essential and the most important, if not this, ingredient. Alright, so we're back with not final, my bad, I still have something else, but this is one of the most important ingredients that they'll be using as well. Milk. Now you can use fresh cow's milk. Personally, I've been so used to just drinking vegan milk. There's so many types of vegan milk out there, or nut milk. Pause. There's like macadamia milk, almond milk, soy milk. What I have right now is oat milk. So usually what I do is I add oats in the smoothie as well. But if I'm using oat milk now, I won't be needing all of those oats at all. So this is a good replacement if you guys want to add more, just some carbs in the smoothie as well. Oh, I apologize for the noise. There's some construction going on here, but yeah, it's plant-based and it's unsweetened. You can find the sweetened or normal version if you like. If you guys don't, then the unsweetened version is the one to go for you. Usually I use Oatly, but you guys can use UFC as well if you love to. And for the final ingredient that you guys want to add in, this is also just optional. It's something that I usually add in my own smoothies. Shouts out to Ben's Etico. Uh, these are raw cacao nibs, basically chocolate. If you guys don't want to opt for this, because these are like more solid base, you can opt for some, I don't know, chocolate powder or something. This is just to give some flavor in your smoothie, you know, to add all of that protein goodness. This, I mean, this doesn't actually come with lots of protein actually, maybe a bit, but it adds more carbs. I'm using the Jarrah hot chalk. It's a really good brand, but it really depends on which one you guys want to use. I mean, I think this one tastes smooth, much nicer, but this is of course much raw. I mean, it's in its raw form. I guess it's also a healthier option. So of course, you know how we do it here. We take all of the raw and healthy options. So with that being said, and all those ingredients prepared, oh, I forgot the most important ingredient that you'll be using is a banana. So you need bananas in order to make your protein smoothies much more dense and much thicker, so it actually becomes a smoothie instead of juice. I know this banana looks like it's not good, or it's too ripe or anything, but thank God I actually preserved it, alhamdulillah, in the fridge, and it's actually still good to go. I mean, when it comes to smoothies, your bananas don't actually have to be perfect. I usually take about one. That should be enough. You can use alternatives to make it thicker. I mean, this is more like a banana. So basic. Sorry, hold on. Before I continue, you'll need like one kind of fruit in order to make your smoothies slightly thicker. So instead of using a banana, as what I'm using right now, you guys can also use an avocado for say, or I don't know, something else, just to give more of that feel to your smoothie. And with that being said, now let's go inside to get that blending on. Oh hey, so we're finally back in, and right now we're ready to go and blend our protein smoothie. So if you guys haven't know, if you guys don't know, if you guys haven't noticed, or if you guys are still new to this whole bulking up slash workout regiment or journey, these protein smoothies are best consumed like as soon as you wake up, or try to get it in early in the morning instead of somewhere during lunch, or I guess you can kind of make it as your post-workout smoothie. So once you're done working out, I guess maybe best in the morning, or if not before sunset, then these smoothies are best consumed during those times, because I kind of feel like it kind of just packs your stomach as well. So usually in the morning it can be like your breakfast substitute, or if not, then in the evening it can kind of be like your post-workout kind of meal before you actually have your dinner. So let's get it on. Alright, so what we're gonna do right now is, if you guys have oats, then you're gonna make sure that you put in your oats first. But since we're using oat milk instead, then we won't be putting the oats in first. Alright, so what you're gonna put in first would be your berries and some of your dates. Don't get it twisted. You can use any other ingredient first. You don't have to follow these in order, but I guess like this is how I would place my ingredients first. Always start with the solids and then move to the powder, and finally you want to add in your milk. Because if you add in your milk now, then you wouldn't know like how much solids you want to put in later. You can add as much dates as you want, but I usually add about one, because besides adding the sweetness to your smoothie, you also add some carbs, which is not what I'm trying to go for early in the morning, but a bit is fine because you want to make sure that it gives you the energy. Then we're gonna put in our banana. Now, if you guys don't know, like some bananas, not some actually, most bananas, they get into this colors not because they're going bad. I mean, in a way, kind of, but it's actually because they're actually very sweet. So the sweeter they are, the darker they get. So this is still fine though. So we can add this in. Add in blueberries in there as well. Our blueberries also have like lots of antioxidants, so it actually helps with your breathing, with taking in all of your oxygen, all of those goodness for your red blood cells. Again, if you guys have the golden flax meal powder instead, you guys can opt for that. Right now we add in our base plant protein powder. So the insides look like this. Basically, if you buy from Nutrilite, you'll get a free scoop as well, which they recommend you to take 2, but I usually use 1.5. Peanut butter. About, you don't need too much because then your smoothie will be too thick. That's into your body, so you'll gain more weight in that sense, and it's much delicious. In our chocolate, again, this is just something optional you guys can go for. Take about, 1 small teaspoon, and after double checking all of your ingredients, making sure you've left nothing outside, in which I kind of left my chia seeds. The basic rule of thumb is to actually just have your milk slightly above all of your other ingredients, but it depends on how big your glass or your jar is, so it really is up to you, so it doesn't actually matter. So make sure you shake it well so that it doesn't, all of the residue actually mixes well. Is to have like about maybe 40 solids, per ratio of 60 liquid, because if you have too much solids, then your smoothie will just basically be like a pre-mixed pancake. It'll be too thick. But if you have a little bit more liquid, then I'm telling you, man, inshallah, your smoothie will be just nice. So hopefully that's good enough. Let's take a look. Whew, subhanallah. We're gonna pour it inside, and it also really depends on like if you guys want to make this as your breakfast, so the amount has to be just nice for replacing whatever usual breakfast you guys will have, maybe like toast, pancakes, oatmeal, eggs, or something like that. So at least you feel you feel kind of full even after drinking this. Subhanallah, just like that. It actually filled the mason jar perfectly. Usually I won't get it perfectly. It's either too much or just too little, but this is just nice, so alhamdulillah. So there you have it, my boys and my girls. If you guys, trying this out, this is the final product. This is how the smoothie looks like. I kind of think it looks kind of bomb. Subhanallah. Let me just Get some lighting on this little guy right here. Okay, look at that. So depending on what you're putting in your smoothie, of course the color will change based on those fruits or those nuts or those liquids, whatever you put inside. This is how I make my smoothie. You guys can try something else. You know, maybe you guys are much more creative, or you guys have different flavors that you are much inclined to. Give it a try. Like, be creative with your smoothies. And don't forget, when indulging in one of these good, I don't want to claim, but maybe a Manerdho style smoothie, maybe spend some time doing some reading. Maybe half an hour reading, do some research. If you guys haven't worked out today, and start packing those workouts, spend more time with your family while just having your smoothie. It just makes all of the experience much more worth it, much more wholesome. And yeah, Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Hold on. Sorry, I had to squat down. Shouts out. So without further ado, it's your boy Manerdho. Haven't came out with a proper outro yet, but until the next time, my brothers and sisters, Salam Juma'ah. We're signing out.